Guys, welcome to today's issue of Burner Brother Antiques. Today, coffee talk. Coffee talk with Jimmy and I. Coffee. Well, there we go, guys. Coffee talk. I don't know, Jimmy. What do you want to talk about this morning?
I don't know. It's well, we got a big week this week. Coffee, it's good.
Yeah, we do have a big week. I think reflecting on our past week would be an interesting conversation for our viewers. We've had a crazy week last week. So first off, our uncle passed away.
Yeah.
My dad's brother passed away, and when that happens, you reflect a lot on life. You reflect back, you think of a lot of memories, and you go to a funeral parlor, you go to a church, and you kind of do a lot of internal reflecting, I guess, on faith and hope and love and memories, and
you kind of do like a self-evaluation of where you're at, what you're doing, how you're thinking, just life through itself. Because sometimes you can really get wrapped up in the role and in the push of life, and kind of leave things out that probably shouldn't be. Thinking about how we do things, how you're together, your families, they spending time doing things.
We talk a lot about trying to live in the moment.
Oh yeah,
like you and Josh and I, all three, we've talked about that a lot, and Jason as well. But just living in the moment, realizing that life is short, and we've all been given a gift of life, and it's a short window that we live in it. And don't try and wish time away or think about where you're going to be at. Live in the moment, be present now, enjoy it.
Know and understand what you're doing will lead you somewhere, and in doing that. I've always kind of got this method in my mind. Do what you're doing when you do it as good as you can, as well as you can. Because no matter what you're doing, when you're doing it, it's important. And that's your stamp. Yeah. And then it'll lead you to where you need to be. And you're right.
Well, think about Rich. Now, my Uncle Rich that passed away, he was in the furniture business, not antiques as much, but he did a lot of furniture buying and reselling, estates, appliances, and was always caught up in a lot of work. I'm not going to say he did or didn't live in the moment, but it makes me think back of all those years that he worked and all the stuff he built. It's just all gone in a glimpse,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no different than when we cleaned out the building we bought not long ago. We had a 40-foot dumpster sitting out back, and we were putting stuff in it. And the boys were down there helping us, and I said, at one point in time, this gentleman's life meant a lot to people, and he was worth a lot of stuff. I mean, his worth was huge, and he had his life history there. And I said, here we are throwing it in the dumpster.
Yeah. I said, nobody wants it.
Unwanted.
Unusable.
Yeah.
Unwanted.
Unusable stuff, and his whole life's work we were putting it in the dumpster.
Yeah. It kind of reflects, in the antiques world, we deal with a lot of stuff that gets passed on to another generation. And there was a time where I had my house completely full of stuff. I mean, like massive amount of antiques I had collected and sought all over the world, brought back here. And there came a point in my life where it was like, it's time to let this stuff kind of not be the ruler of my life, and get my priorities reorganized. And I think just for this last week, reflecting on, Rich passing on, and the business as a whole in life, it reminded me a lot of that moment when I felt like I got my butt kicked and said, hey, get your priorities lined back up. Put your faith first and your family second, and and then all this other stuff has its place. And I've been able to reapproach the antiques industry now with like a new respect for the stuff, but in its right and proper place.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing what happens when you do that. I mean, you got to, for one, you got to have the faith. You got to have the belief that those things will happen. And when you do, and you put them in order, and living in the moment, we have so much fun every day, no matter what we're doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what we're doing. We find the goodness in it, and enjoy each other's company in doing it.
What I love is you, especially you and Josh, you guys have this chemistry of no matter how hard the work is, we're going to make it fun. We're doing it, and we might as well have light in it, and I think that's been the message for me this past week is, don't get so worried about what, all the details of everything and what might be.
Right.
You know, be diligent in your work, but have fun, enjoy it, enjoy life, enjoy the people around you. You know, don't let all this other stuff just keep building up, but live in the moment. You know, buy and sell I love buying and selling antiques. I love to sell stuff, but the stuff isn't what drives me. You know, it's the people, it's the connection, it's the emotions. You know, the
camaraderie
love,
of doing this stuff,
all of it.
And then when you do that, it creates, what it does is it's like a big chain. You get to know other people, and you get to know more people, and then that chain connects you to someone else. And it's no different than that necklace. It just keeps getting bigger because you let it. Now you can keep it where it is, and that's the kind of fun.
Yeah.
But when the more people you meet, you reach out, you get these calls, you go on, you meet the next person that leads to the next person, and then just enjoying them in that time, and enjoying that time that you're doing it. Like this week, I'm looking forward to Wednesday.
Wednesday. We're going to be at a hoarder house Wednesday. You're going to want to watch Thursday's video. I'm going to record it all.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, we already told that Lucas and Joe's going.
Lucas and Joe.
They have to drive a truck.
Yeah,
Jacob and I we're riding in the Suburban.
Yeah, Lucas and Joe are doing awesome. It's really cool is even with Lucas and Joe, trying to get them to understand because they're starting their careers and they want to do all this stuff, and I'm like, you guys got to enjoy what you're doing right now too.
Yeah.
You know, don't look past what you're building and how you're growing and what you're doing. Live in this moment. Live right now. Enjoy it.
And sometimes that's hard for younger people to do, and sometimes it's hard for older people to do. But depending on where you're at and what you're doing, younger people coming into something, they have a hard time enjoying the moment maybe every time because they're looking like, okay, I decided to make a career of this. Now, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I want to do it, and I'm trying to do it. But they need to have faith in the people that are teaching them.
Yeah.
And that are guiding them. And leading them in the right directions, okay? You might be rapping for a while, but you know what? There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mr. Miyagi when he taught him to Danielson. Lights on, painting the fence and waxing the cars.
That's kind of what happened with those two
right now. They're painting the
inventory
fence
and clerking,
waxing the cars, right? But there's a reason for it. There absolutely is a purpose.
They don't realize. I don't think they understand how fast their knowledge is growing.
Yeah, and every item they see, they wrap. It's another thing
with a price associated with it.
There's a price associated with every single item they wrap and send. Yeah. And you don't realize that, but you're learning.
Yeah, you're sitting there looking at it, you're like, man, that thing, that grandpa cup just brought $75. Why?
You know?
Yeah,
why did
you look at it and you can start looking at quality.
Yeah, who made that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool watching those two grow, and they're getting a great education. I mean, Lucas clerks 1,000 lots a week at the auction, and then him and Joe wrap another 500 to 800 lots a week with whatnot.
Yeah,
and they're looking at those prices. And actually they're buying and selling now. They're doing really good. Yeah, it's just exciting. You see the young Lucas and Josiah, and then we just had our uncle, the next generation above us pass on, and now we're in that in between generation.
Oh yeah, I tell you what, that I'm not gonna lie, Jacob. I took another look. I mean, I'm like, my goodness, because he's exactly my uncle's exactly 30 years older than me. His birthday was in October as well, and I mean, he was exactly 30. I'm like, man, I said, I'm pretty close. I mean, 30 years seems like a long time, but man, it's a blink of an eye.
Doesn't anymore. It used to seem like a long time.
30
years ago, I thought it was a long time.
30 years ago, I thought 52 was old. I mean, those people were ready to kick the bucket.
Now I realize we're just young men, just getting started in life. You know?
I'm in the prime.
Yes, I agree. No, so just in the business as a whole, I want to encourage you guys to not be afraid to buy, to sell, and to trade and all that stuff, but also look around, look at the people beside you. Enjoy the moment with them. Don't get caught up in all the other stuff.
Right, because and the people beside you talking about, I am so thankful for my brothers. I mean, if I couldn't ask for a better gift from God and relationship with them as we have the closeness. I mean, it is pretty special. People are amazed by it, and I personally, I don't know why, because it's been the norm for us.
It's always been
that way. They're like, how can you guys all be so close and you don't want to strangle each other? And I know people that can't stand their families, and I'm like, oh, that's terrible. But it's always just been the norm for us. I mean, that's the way we were brought up and raised, and it's good. And it is but good. Yeah, as far as enjoying the moment, we can take anything and turn it into to fun time. Like if we're digging poles or boxing glass or driving down the road.
That's right.
Selling out the truck.
Doesn't matter.
Turn it into fun time.
Well, that's really interesting in this business too. Is the windows of opportunities are everywhere. There's so many opportunities in so many different directions. So go and open those doors, open those windows, walk through them, take advantage of them, and the people around you, let them in, let them in your heart, your life, your business, all of it.
Yeah, if they're there for a reason. They were put there.
Yeah.
I believe that 100%, man. Things happen for reasons. I'm a big believer in that. If someone's there and they're in your life, and then someone comes into your life, they may even be in your own there for a short window, a short period of time, but they're supposed to be there for whatever reason that is.
Yeah.
And use it and open up to them and enjoy the business. As far the antique business is awesome. Like, I'm excited that the summertime's coming, yard sales are coming.
Yep.
You get to, but you meet people. Even for that short window, you're at their yard sale. You start talking and having conversation. And where'd you get this piece? And how'd you come across that? And well, I couldn't sell this. And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, is you're talking about some place that you've both been.
Yeah.
And it's a neat thing.
Don't be in a hurry. What is it? I'm in a hurry to get things done.
Yeah, I'm in a hurry to get things done. Rush,
no fun, whatever.
No fun.
Don't be that guy.
We do
have
not
fun
want to
with
do
it.
that.
No,
We like to get things done.
Yeah.
But life is still fun.
Guys, if we have nothing to give you today other than encouragement in your life, I know a lot of you guys, I have a lot of comments, so a lot of our viewers maybe can't get out and do the things that we get to do, and we are so thankful that we can share it with you, and we also want to encourage you in hope and faith and love. Don't bottle all that stuff up, man.
Let it go. Talk to people. Talk to your friends. That's the one. You're correct. The one thing, if we can tell you, man, we hope that you're enjoying what you're watching. I hope you're enjoying looking at what we do, how we do it, and a part of us, a part of our lives can be, part of yours, and enjoy it, and have fun with it. And I like you want to know, I don't know what's coming next. We don't either. Yeah. I can't wait to see what comes next.
Honestly, every day is a total adventure for us.
I mean, Jacob says every day he's not real sure what we're doing. That's the truth, because we usually sit right here at the table and the phone will ring or something will happen, and we'll be like, okay, well, that's what we're doing today.
It's really funny, Jimmy. I used to try and figure out where I'm going to buy everything all week and how I'm going to get through the week, spend a lot of stress on it. And I've got to the point now, it's like, I don't have to stress about any of that. We've got enough items to get cataloged this week already. So we're going to go through the day and see what happens, and just keep on moving. Take care of the people around us and the people I do business with. Keep doing business. Had a call last night. Sitting here at the table, just enjoying the family, and it was actually a text. A guy sent me like 20 pictures of jewelry. There must be 2,000 pieces of jewelry, maybe more, maybe 3,000 pieces. Designer jewelry, costume jewelry, silver jewelry, gold jewelry. And he says, this is all coming your way. Just bought it for you. It'll be there in a week.
Yeah.
Coming from Florida. So, you know what I mean? It's like God's got a plan for it.
He does.
I don't have to worry about it. Just stay focused on family, stay focused on faith.
And in saying that,
be a light.
Yes. And in saying that, if you have a family member, a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, uncle, somebody that, that you've thought, what, I need to call them. I need to talk to them. I need to reach out to them. Just say hi. Just say, let them know. Do it. Do it now. Yeah. Don't wait until you can't and then say, I wish I would have done that. I find that more in my life as I get older too. Things that I think, I wish I would have done that. Man, don't wish you would have done something. Go do it.
Yeah.
Reach out to them.
I remember when we were little, something that made me not get into a 30-year career was I always heard my dad worked at Navistar, and he always would come home and he would be like, I wish I had never done this. I wish I would have done this. And I knew another guy that owned an auction company, and I heard him say those same kinds of things. I wish I would have bought this other building. I wish I had grew my business. And so I was listening when I was like 15, 16, and I thought, I don't ever want to be that. I want to go through life and be like, I took a chance. Some I lost on, some I made on, but I wasn't afraid of a little bit of a risk.
But what's kind of neat with that, in that same line, is what our kids have done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see. I really am excited to see. What they're doing. Like Lucas decided. You know what? I'm going with the auction. And I know it made you happy. It made you proud. He's taking after. And then Braden, my son's going. Yeah. He said, you know what? I'm gonna do my own entrepreneur thing. I'm going with construction, and I'm gonna make this work. And I'm proud of him for that.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's a huge leap. It's a huge leap of faith in a drive that not everyone can do.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that they've seen over the years and time that, you know what, if you put your mind to doing something, no matter what it is, if it can be done, you can do it.
Yeah.
And I hope that's what they're doing. And
absolutely.
That's what we want. That's what we want you to do with your lives. You're never too old or too young to try anything and to get in antiques. That's the cool part. Is antiques is for everyone.
For everybody out there that's still trying to figure out how do I buy it and sell it and do it, my only advice would be do it in a way that you can afford to do. Don't overextend yourself or put yourself financially in a bad spot. I've done that before. It doesn't work out well most of the time. But don't be afraid also to take some risk.
You always called it an education.
Education.
Yeah, I mean, you bought like you said, you got a good education in paintings when you were trying to learn them.
I was trying to learn them.
But that's how
made some big mistakes.
Yeah, but you know what? Those are the times that you learn and grow in your life.
Yeah.
When things are hard and things are wrong, or you make big mistakes, you grow.
You learn from it all.
You learn because you do learn. When things go well, you don't learn as much, not because it just went well for you and you're happy and it's like, oh, that's good. Let's just keep rolling with it. But man, when you learn something, you stop. When something goes bad, you reflect on it.
Yeah.
You stop and do a lot of reflecting and like, what happened? How can I change this? Or what could I have done different? And that's, yeah, we've all done it.
Coffee talk with the Burner Brothers. We don't know what we're really talking about this morning. We just thought we'd have a conversation.
Yeah, it's true, but we hope that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, hopefully this video is enjoyable for you guys. But man, we do want to keep encouraging everybody to buying and selling, and we're going to be continue to be transparent in how we do our business, and hopefully encourage you guys to keep going forward. The Heart of Ohio Antique Center is an amazing place. Come see us.
It is.
Say hi to us when you're there. We'd love to see you.
Yeah, honestly, I enjoy working there every day, enjoy going out, and I enjoy hearing and listening to the people. Sometimes when you're walking around and you're just looking in showcases and you hear the chatter of people that are there, and they're like, man, this is a great place. I heard so much about it. I'm glad we made the trip.
Yeah.
And they don't know you're listening. And it's kind of cool. I mean, it's a really neat place to work and be and go.
Bruce had always told me, he said, you got to remember, Jacob, we're just caretakers of this stuff. It's not ours to keep. We're caretakers for the next generation. And so out at the Heart of Ohio, there's a lot of caretakers.
There is. The people that have those booths, man, I'm telling you what, those vendors are awesome.
They are. They're from all over the country.
And they keep, I'm telling you, some of the best items have come in there. Every day when we go out there, I see new items, and I see it's clean. They take care of their stuff, and they have it in, like meticulous orders sometimes even.
What I love about some of our vendors too is there's so many specialists in different categories. Whether it's postcards or enamel signs or toys or Barbies or whatever, mid-century, it doesn't matter the category. We've got so many specialists that we can learn from. And you walk around, and I've read this comment on like Google or somewhere. It said, "Oh, that place is overpriced." I've thought about that a lot. And most of the time, if someone makes that comment, I often wonder, is it overpriced or was that an uneducated response? Because most items have a reason that they're priced a certain price. Right. So was that item really overpriced, or was it that item is truly rare or in unique condition or unique color, or has a reason, a facet about that item that makes it more desirable to accompany that price? And at the Antique Center, you're going to find stuff that's expensive, and you're going to find stuff that's really reasonable, and then everything in between. Yeah. But yeah, that's just interesting to me how I see sometimes people don't understand. It's like, hey, why is that? Why is this item worth $500? That's too much money. And most of the time it's because you don't understand what the item is.
Correct. And knowing an item, to be honest with you, like this cup Jacob drinks out of, to his kids someday. Priceless. Yeah, to his kids someday. When he's gone.
To my granddaughter, Rose, one day. Rose would say, "That's Grandpa's cup."
That was his cup. And you know what? That would be priceless to her. You couldn't give her enough money for that cup, ever. And that's sometimes that's how people get it. Happens. That happens.
Emotional memories around the items absolutely drive price. I remember selling a high chair.
I was at the same auction. It was an auction. I was at the same auction. I watched that happen.
Yeah, it was put in auction because the family were arguing over it was an estate situation, and the kids couldn't decide who got it.
Right.
It got thrown in auction. I don't remember the final cost. It was a lot, $1,500.
I'll say it was in the thousands. It brought over $1,000. People couldn't figure it out.
Right.
Like
it was a
people in the
$150
crowd.
high chair.
Yeah, people in the crowd couldn't figure it out. They were trying to what is so special about this high chair? What's going on? And then I mean, it kind of got whispered around that that's family.
They both want it.
Memories both want it. The memories attached to that was great grandma's, I guess, or somebody's that they both wanted. But you know what? An auction's a fair and honest way to resolve those issues.
It is. It truly is. Truly is.
It was kind of neat. That was neat to see, but it was. Yeah,
that's happened.
$150 high chair, about $1,500.
I've seen that happen multiple times where it's family or reasons outside of the actual rarity of an item. It's worth an emotional attachment to an item that where it drives price to.
Well, and also the price drive, since we're into that, depends on are you trying to resell it or are you trying to take it home?
True.
Because if I'm trying to take something home, I might not care. Someone said, "Well, you way overpaid for that." No, I didn't. I want it.
Yeah, well,
I want it for my house.
I want to enjoy it. How do you want to pay for that?
I can't ever. Yeah, I mean, it's like saying you overpaid for a vacation trip. No, I'm enjoying that.
That's fun. Coffee talk, guys. We hope you're enjoying this day. I don't know. Anything else we want to add this morning?
I don't know. We have a blessed day. Enjoy the day. Reach out to somebody today. I mean, like we said, this week was a rough week. It was tough. It was rough on my dad, on his siblings, on us, because you have all these memories. My cousin, he lost his dad. He's a really good. A lot of deer campfire memories from that, and just so reach out to somebody that you love and care about, and let them know, even though you think they know, and even though they probably do know. Yeah. I'm telling you can't ever say hey, love you, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Hey, and it makes people smile.
It does. It really does. It's good. It's good. Be a light, man. Go out there, guys. Don't be afraid to take a couple risks here and there, buying and selling. Keep watching our channel. We're going to try and keep bringing new, fun stuff every day. And every once in a while, we're just going to sit down and have a coffee talk with you. So,
yeah.
All right. Coffee talk of the day. We'll see you tomorrow.